Hey guys, Lisa Fuller. Video 2 on how to sign a distributor and have them work out. Like I said in video 1, there is no telltale way. I still sign people up where I do it the exact right way. And I think that they're going to be amazing, and I come home and I jump up and down and I tell Barry I just found my next rock star, and then they don't call me back. So it's not foolproof, but I will tell you that my level of losing people has gone drastically down since I have been doing things the way that I'm describing in this video. So we're going to continue with where we were, and at the end of video 1 I was talking about how it's your job when you sign up a new distributor to show them the best 30 days they can possibly have. In order to do that, you have to help them follow those steps to success, because if they're missing one of those steps, especially steps 1 and 2, you have not therefore showed them the best 30 days, now have you? If they miss their free product, their half off boxes of wraps, if they don't run an auto ship, they don't get paid, they're going to get their wrap rewards revoked. So I want you to think about that, because it's your job to be on them, making sure these things happen. So let's go back to signing them, because I find out why they want to do this, and then some goals, and then the next words I use are important, and I tell them, look, this business, it's a business. It's not a something that's going to happen in one day. It takes most people that start a business in any other kind of franchise or business at least 7 years before they start profiting. Now, there's two things I can promise you. I can promise you, number one, that if you do not give up on me, I will never give up on you. And number two, you will give this 3 years. That's my, you won't turn your auto ship off. You will keep plugging away. You will trust me. But this is a 3-year investment. I need that commitment from you. And again, I promise I will not give up on you. I will walk when you walk. I will run when you walk. I will push you if you want me to. But I will be there, and you can count on that. And then the last thing I do before they sign up is I say, okay, there's one more thing we need to do before you sign, and I need to go through the 3 steps of our company with you. What I want you to do is I want you to tell me if any of these steps you do not understand, if any of these steps you don't think you can do, or if any of these steps you are just don't ring true with you. Let's talk about them now. We don't want any surprises when you come in, and I let them know. The reason why we're doing all this now is because I don't want you surprised when you come in. I want you to know it all now and make a really good decision on whether this is something that you want to do or not. Before I start that, I also ask them what they want to do with this business, and I pull out the chart, the one that shows the incomes, and I say, now, where would you like to be? What goal is your goal? Now, if a person points to the ambassador money, which many do, you need to say, okay, well, everybody points there, but listen, over the last 3 years for me to get here, I have put in hours and hours. I have sacrificed a lot of time with my kids. I have put the time and the effort in. So a lot of people want ambassador money, but they only want to work Ruby money. So what I need from you is, how much time can you put into this business? Now this is going to tell me a couple things. It's telling me, number one, where do I want to put them in my organization? Also, while I'm going through this kind of interview type process, I'm figuring out what kind of person they are and who they may work well with, if I'm going to do a placement type of process. The other thing I'm going to do too is I'm going to find out the time that I'm going to be spending with them. If they say, look, I'm ready, I will quit my job the second I can, I'm going to put every second into this, I want this, I'm in for the long haul, and they've had prior experience or something in that is telling me that they're going to be serious, that's somebody I'm going to want to keep up close, and that's somebody I want to clear my calendar for. I'm going to make sure that I'm calling them every day. Whereas somebody that says, you know what, I'm just trying to make an extra couple $100s a month, my husband has a great job, I don't really want to get into anything big, I don't want to take care of a bunch of people, ask people, they'll tell you, because remember, this isn't your journey, this is their journey. We know where you want to go, and you'll find those people, but you need to be the mentor and leader for that person that they need, not what you want them to be. So that's why these questions need to be asked, and it's going to help you figure out where to put them in your organization, how much time you're going to be spending, whether it's a person you need to be giving daily tasks to or weekly tasks to. Those things matter, and you want to do what they want to do. One of my favorite things is I always tell people, the second I sign a new distributor, I am now them. That's how that's what I pretend. I now want their goals. I know I'm going to work harder than I've ever worked to help them get their goals. I'm going to make sure that everything they need to do happens. I'm going to be on them after I've talked to them. So if I talk to a part-time person that just wants to make a little extra cash, I'm not going to be driving them crazy. I'm going to call them and keep in touch and still have them throw their party, because to make part-time income, we still need to make steps 1 and 2 happen. Absolutely. So we don't want them missing their free product. None of that goes out the window. So you want to make sure that you go ahead and still do those. But I know that a person that's more serious, that's trying to go for retirement here, I'm going to be spending a lot more time with, and I'm probably going to want to put that someplace where I know that I'm going to be needing someone that wants to move fast. So after I do that, then I sit down and I say, okay, so here's our steps to success. And if it's on the computer, you can actually Skype the sheet and follow along and all that good stuff. Or you can hold it up, or in person, have the sheet right there with you. And there's a reason for this, and you're going to see why. And part of the twist I put on this is from my upline, Shelly Hyde, amazing. She, all of our upline, she actually is the one that had me put this twist on it, and I'll tell you what that is in a minute. But it's been amazing. So I go through step 1 and I say, okay, join the party. I said, what we're going to do is we're going to get you started for $99, 99, and I write this out because I think it's so important on the sheet for them to see they're making their money back. And when you write something out, they see that. Telling them and seeing it are 2 different things. So I actually write out 4 reps times $25. I said, do you see what that equals? Do you see what this equals? After shipping and tax, you're going to pay about $116, $117 for your business. So you're only going to pay $16 to start your business. I'm honest with everything, down to the tax. Then I say, now the second part of step 1 is we've got to get you to boost. We need to figure out which one of these packages are going to best suit you. And I'm honest. I say, now let me ask you a question. 90% of the people I sign regret not getting more product. At the time you sign, we offer 2 special packages. One of them are not available any other time. And I can't even get that. So let me explain the profit. And I write the profit out. I write the profit out of that kit, and I write the profit out of, look, you're getting the defining gel, the fat fighters, and the bottle of, or the jar of greens for free when you do this. And this is everything you need set up for a party. So if they already had 3, 4 parties booked right away, we need to do the big boost. If we only have 1, 2, then we're going to start with the mini boost. But I let them know that, what are they going to do? They're going to sell the 4 wraps and sit there for a month. In order to build this business, we need wraps. If you're out of wraps, you're out of business. So I'm very honest with that. And I talk about how there are options. If they're short on money, they could pre-sell wraps, use that money to buy that extra kit. So there's options out there. I try to figure out what's best for them, but the investment is worth it once they see they get it back. And that's what matters, is people have to visually see it. Then I say, now the third part of step 1 is that we need to get you on an $80 auto ship. Now here's a good part to tell you whether somebody's a distributor or not. You're going to want to watch for these 2 things. If someone says to you, well, what's this $80 auto ship? Well, every business has an overhead. If you owned a McDonald's, you'd have to pay to keep the lights on, you'd have to pay for gas, you'd have to pay for heat in the winter, and you'd have to pay for burgers and buns. Well, your overhead would probably be thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. I said, but with that works, your overhead's just 80. And guess what? You're going to get wraps with that, and you're going to sell those wraps and not only get the 80 back in your pocket, but you're also going to profit. So that's what's cool about the company. And if you're out of wraps, again, you're out of business. And if you don't have an $80 auto ship, you don't get paid. So it's absolute a must that you keep this auto ship. The other thing too is that you get your bonuses. All our bonuses are based off $80 auto ship. So you're going to want to make sure that not only you keep your auto ship, but that anyone you bring in, you let them know about this auto ship. And then there's also another $20 website. You're going to get it for free the first month to check it out, to decide whether or not you're going to keep it. 99.9% of everyone does. It's kind of hard to run a business without it. But I promise you, if you do what I need you to do the first month, and we follow the steps to success, you're going to make well over your auto ship and what that comes to. But realistically, you're looking to invest into your business every month, anywhere from $130 to $150 after shipping and tax. So I'm very honest. Now, here's what you need to look out for. If the person says, well, let me ask you a question. If it doesn't work out, can I cancel my auto ship after the first month? I stop. I stop right there. I pull away the distributor form and I put a customer form in front of them and I say, you know what? Here's my issue right now. You're already thinking about quitting before we even got started. And I told you it takes about 3 years to build a business. Why don't we start you as a customer where you can spend what you want when you want? There is no amount, and you are only committed to 3 months. Why don't we start you out there so you can get behind the products first, and then maybe once you see the reaction you're getting from other people, we can switch you back over to a distributor anytime. I do this because they're thinking about quitting before starting, and I want to see how serious they are, because that person will go, no, 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 I was just asking a question in case for the future. No, 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 I want to do this. I'm going to keep my auto ship. Okay, are you sure? So you want to look out for that. And anything they have about the auto ship, they just have to understand that it's part of running a business. It's just, it would be illegal if we didn't have to purchase products to sell. It wouldn't be a business. And then I say, now the fourth part of step one, so easy. We need to get some party on the books. And right that second, I pull out my calendar and I say, I want you to pick 2 dates, at least 3 days from each other. And here's why. Because we are going to call all your friends and family, and you're going to post a picture on Facebook, and you're going to say, look what I tried and look what it did. Then you're going to text people and text them your picture, and you're going to say, it was so cool, I've decided to have a party. You're not going to tell anyone you're doing this yet. And I make them promise me they don't tell anyone they're doing this. And I'm going to tell you about that in a minute. So here they are. They are agreed to do the 2 parties, and I tell them we're going to give people a choice, because if you don't give only one choice and the other choice is no, they may pick no. So we're going to say, which one do you want to come to? Do you want to come to Thursday night or Wednesday night at 7 or Saturday at 2? Pick 2 different days, three days apart from each other. And here's the other reason why, because the people that come to the first party, they're going to be excited. They're going to see the wrap results. And we're going to say, guess what? Who here would love to try another wrap? Me. Who here would like to try it at my cost? Me. Well, if you come back to my party in 3 days, you'll be ready to wrap again. And if you bring a guest, I'll give them the coupon price of $25, and yours will be my cost. If you bring 3 guests, your wrap will be free, and I'll give them $25 a piece. So they're leaving excited. They're going to go show people pictures, and they got another wrap on their mind, because if they just saw results, they're going to want to get more and free or your price the next time. So that always works out really well, and it gets them going. And I let them know right after I do step 1. I say, your job this month is to get me in front of as many people in the next 30 days as you can, because I'm not expecting you to know what you're doing. I'm not expecting you to be some recruiting machine or customer signing crazy person. I'm expecting you to get me in front of people so you can learn this, so I can help you. Now, if this is long distance, you can still do it. Why? Because we have the party pad. And they can still get you over the phone. They can use the party pad to draw them in, and then you can close the deal by doing 3-way calls. So then I go to step 2 and I say, okay, everything okay with step 1? Are you clear on everything? Do you have any questions? Okay. Anybody you bring in has to do it this way, because if something's missing, then everything falls apart. It won't work right. The only option is the boost, and it's really hard to run the business without doing one of those. Then I go to step 2 and I say, okay, step 2 is this month, within 30 days of signing, we need to get you 4 customers, 4 people that want to try these products. Now, what I want you to do right now is I want you to think of 4 people you think we could help with one of the products. I want you to write their names right in these spots. I physically am having them see they do know people, and there are people that would want these products, okay? So this is going to help them decide whether they want to be a distributor. Next to that person's name, I have them write the product they were thinking of too, if they know offhand what they were particularly thinking of. And then I go to step 3, and I said, now step 3 is, within the next 60 days, we need to find 3 people that want to hop on board and do this with you. Now, I'm sure there's some people in your life right now that you're thinking of that may want to make some extra cash, that need the extra cash, that have done a business like this before. I want you to write the first 3 names that you think of that you think would be great at this in these boxes. So I have them look at the steps, and I say, now do you see these steps? In 60 days, if we can do these 3 steps, steps 1 and 2 in the first 30, and by the end of the 60 days, if we can help the 3 people you brought in do steps 1 and 2, your guaranteed first check is $500, and I can promise you, you're going to make way more than that with the wraps you're selling and the bonuses you got from signing these 3 people. We're looking more like anywhere from $800 to $2,000 within your first 60 days. So I let them know all that, and then I say, okay, now I put them more at ease, because I say, okay, let's do this. You ready? You ready to go? Okay, good. I'm going to go ahead, and I want you to contact the 3 people that you think would be good at the business, and I want you to tell them nothing except I'm excited about something. I want you to hear about it. You're the first person I talk to. Would it be okay if I have this girl Lisa call you? Once she checks with them, she's going to give me the number, and I'm going to work on those 3 people. I'm going to tell her to take the 4 customers and work on them. And that's where it all starts. She's going to start working on them, getting to the party, and I'm going to close the deal. And that's how you do it.